It's day 2. It's hot. But under here, it's cool under there. And I see mosquitoes flying in and out. Luckily, I had already put stuff on myself. So I sprayed stuff on myself to keep the mosquitoes off of me. And of course, the underneath had been, the door had been shut. But now that I left it open overnight, I think the mosquitoes have discovered it and figured they'd make it their own home. Get away, mosquito. Anyway, I hate bugs. Alright, I don't know if any animals have crawled in here overnight. If they have, then they're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, okay. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do, I think the ground is dry enough for me to go ahead and get in there without getting muddy. First thing I'm gonna do is clean up all this. Just go ahead and bag all that up and get it out of here. And then some of that insulation and plastic that's all back in there, I'm going to go ahead and get that as much as I can. And then this big glob of dirt here, I'm going to get that moved, get it out of here. And hopefully I'll be able to get a valve put in and then start my way up that way to get up underneath the bathroom so I can get under there and be able to, get the pipes fixed up there. I don't know, but I'm thinking that this board here is a little bit lower than that board there. I don't know if it's just me looking at it weird or if it's off kilter. But hey, I'm gonna be working on all kinds of things in this house. Electrical, plumbing, cleanliness, just general maintenance on everything. But you know what? I'm gonna get there, get it done. It's amazing what you can find under a house. Okay, let me get busy. Gotta get it cleaned up. It's not perfect. I mean, I've got a lot of this trash out here and everything, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head up in there, and then I'm gonna put a valve in. Where the water comes in, you can see like right there where it comes up and then over. It goes that way to the kitchen and then comes back this way to go to the bathroom. And so I'm going to put a valve over here so that I can cut it off to the bathroom but still let it go to the kitchen. Got a bunch of black plastic back in here. I'm going to end up pulling that out. I had already brought this box with some supplies and some tools in here the other day, and left them because I thought the leak was here under the kitchen, but it turned out to be elsewhere, although I still could end up with leaks here. But right here is where the water comes up. But you can see Right, this one on top is just the hot water supply from the water heater underneath. So it comes up from underneath where the outside valve is, splits off, goes over to the kitchen, and this way splits off and goes back to the bathroom and the water heater. So here, right here, I believe is where I really need to put that valve. Just kind of take this insulation stuff off, slice it, so I can cut this through here, and you know, cut out however much of a length I need to be able to put that valve in. Then I can shut that valve, and then I can go outside and turn the outside supply on. It'll go that way up here to the kitchen, so I can at least use my water in my kitchen, and it goes back to the utility room from there. I won't have any hot water supply, but at least I'll have cold water and be able to, you know, do some things in the kitchen without having a major leak under the house until I can you can get up there to where the bathroom is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on cleaning this up and putting a valve in. Camel cricket. Cave cricket? I don't know. I hate those things. Is that a black widow spider? What is that? It's hard to tell. Kind of looks like a black widow spider. So I got that valve put in. Of course, this video is not about how to, you know, do PVC work. This video is about me getting under the house and dealing with being under the house. And, you know, of course, I've got my different tools here and things. And I cut it with the hacksaw, and then I used the primer and the glue, and I put in one of those valves. And hopefully it'll hold. And sometimes on these things, if you put too much glue on the inside, it causes the valve to get glued. This one's turning. So I'm gonna, okay, when the valve is lined up with the pipe, that means it's open, meaning it's allowing water to go through. When the valve goes across the pipe this way, that means it's created a dam to stop the water flow. So that's the way I want it to be now. I want it to not allow water, because remember I told you that's where it comes up from underneath, and it splits out to the left to go to the kitchen and splits out to the right to go back there to the bathroom. I don't want it to go back there to the bathroom right now. That's why I put this valve in, because I got to go back there and do some plumbing work back there to get a major leak taken care of. But I want to be able to use my kitchen. So I'm leaving this in the closed position, but I'm going to let this just sit for a few hours just to make sure the primer and the glue has done its thing. And then I'll come back and turn the water on, see if I have any leaks, or if this leaks or whatever. Make sure I got water going to the kitchen. So I'm going to get out from into the house for a little while and go get myself cleaned up, get a drink, and go to the bathroom. Alright, I decided to go ahead and just all back there. I think it's dried out enough. Well, it's not dry, but at least it's not like a lake. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's the sewer line, and these are the two pipes that are, one's the cold supplied back there and the other one's the hot coming back. And they do have that insulation on there, so before winter comes along, I gotta come in here and double make sure everything's insulated. Oh, I just hate this. Oh. I know animals probably like this, but I don't. And you can see where the animals have like brought stuff under here. And just knocked down the insulation. Just made a big mess. A big mess. So I'm just gonna climb on through it. All right, hidden that way. I'm on my belly, and as you can tell, not much space up in there. So my goal that I started with was to dig some of this out so that I could easily get up in here. But you can see how one of those lines comes up and doesn't have any insulation on it. And goes on back that way. So back there was where under the bathroom is where the lake and leak. Oh, this is where animal was sleeping. I don't want to run face to face in with an animal. That's for sure. Oh, let me get on up in there. Oh, God. Here's the insulation that was on that one. So the animals must have taken all that insulation off. Huh. I'd do this to look around once in a while, just to see if I would see little beady eyes looking back at me. So far I haven't seen any. Oh, man. Alright, let me get going. I think that's a gas pipe. Oh, God. Oh. I'm slowly getting there. I don't know that I'll actually be able to find the exact break in the line, but sometimes they're obvious, sometimes they're not. But I'm going to get back in here. Look around. Oh, God. Oh. Ow, crap. I didn't realize these boards are so low down, I'm knocking my head into them. Cool. All right. Yeah, definitely a gas pipe. Oh my gosh. I know on camera it probably looks like I got a lot of space, but I don't. When I get up there, it looks like I'll have a little more space. But until then, I don't. There's definitely not much space up in here. Okay. What is that? I don't know what the heck that thing is. It doesn't look good, whatever it is. Alright, I guess I'll just keep going. Alright, my next time coming up through here, it's going to be with a shovel. Oh, that's, oh God. Alright. Wow. I get up in there and hopefully I'll be able to turn around. And that's weird. I don't want to touch it. Cool. All right. Old light bulb. Let's swap hands here. Wow. I don't feel like I can go much further. Of course, you can see. Got to put my face in the dirt to get under this and be able to get through that. My gosh, definitely got to shovel this up to be able to get back in here and work better. I am clearly. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I think this house was built too close to the ground. I might have a project coming up to where I'll just I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to lift this house. I don't know how I can do it. I've never done anything like that. But honestly, I think in order to make the house a little more livable, I'm going to need to do some major work. And I need to get under here. I need to dig some spaces out. And I got to go up and go around the corner over there. And I just don't want to do it right now. Yeah. This is wearing me out. Alright, so what I'm going to do... Oh, let me turn this around. Oh, it's bright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off. And I'm going to turn around. Let me kind of show you my space I got here. I probably should have worn a mask. But anyway, I'm going to turn this camera off, and I'm going to kind of get myself out of here. And then, before I proceed to fixing, because I got to go back in there too. I don't know how this pipe's running and everything. It's like it's going somewhere else and over there and back and forth, and I just don't have room to work. This is just absolutely nuts. So I'm gonna have I gotta dig me a trench coming back here. It may take me a few weeks to get that done, but I'll get that done, and that way I can get in here and actually do this work. Whew, man. Alright, so I sat here for a while trying to figure out how am I gonna get out here. I can't just back out. I can't turn around where I'm at, so I gotta go up in there. So I might as well film it. Not much space. Not much space at all. And as I'm going, I gotta push all the junk out of the way. Kind of clear myself a little path. I got some under my belly. It's like a rock or something. At least it feels like a rock. Alright. Can you see the water in there? The plastic's holding the water. Get that off there too. Could this be a type of spelunking? Yeah, I believe so. Alright, so I gotta get up in there because I got more turnaround space. And when I get up in there, I might as well just look and film it. Alright. Oh. Oh, God. Ground is definitely wet, damp, whatever. Alright, I'm in a tight squeeze here. So the problem I have is my chest is stuck in the dirt and my back is stuck in one of these boards in the top. Definitely not suited necessarily for getting up in here and doing work. Holy smokes. Alright. Alright. I think I'm to a spot where the floor is higher. So under the bathroom, the floor is definitely a little bit higher up. But I've got piping above my head. Look at that way over there. So I gotta be able to get all up under there. Check out every bit of that. Okay. I thought I'd have more space right here. Oh my God. So that's what I was crawling under. And you can see how it goes up a little bit. But I do still have pipes above my head. Old houses, they've all got old house problems. All of them do. Okay. Up there's where it goes. Probably up to the sink in the bathroom. Oh, God. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to climb up there too. Oh my gosh. All right. I can actually get on my side now. Oh my gosh. I tell you, the guys that came in here and did all this work to install all of this, really, really, like there's the old pipe, new pipes. Well, relatively new. We had them come in, about 14 years ago or so, and moved from the old pipes to the PVC pipe. And I remember those guys after they were down here. They were just so worn out. All right. I'll go ahead and see if I can slide under this pipe. Get up in there. I swear, you know, the days of easy going ain't just so easy going no more. Of course, there's a radio up there too. Okay. All right, now let's see if I can slide through here. Not that I really want to. I gotta get up in here and turn around somehow anyway. So far, see how these split off here. So far, I have not found anything obvious. No, not like an actual broken pipe, but more likely just be a crack that only shows up or is only visible when it's got water blasting through it. All right. Whew. You see my legs. I'm just barely turned sideways. Oh, there's a doorway on the other side. You see daylight through it. This is quite the adventure and strenuous. And not only that, but I hurt all over from what I did yesterday and what I'm doing today. All right. I'm actually in the spot. I just want to turn around and get out of here because I'm not finding what I thought I was going to find. My glasses are fogged up. I just don't know that I want to continue right now. Is there a busted pipe way over there? Part of my problem is I don't know necessarily how it was before. So I can't necessarily say how it should be now. Alright. I'm going to go through here anyway. I'm on my back, sliding through. There's something over there. Oh no. You know, I could have multiple breaks under here. But something over there just don't look right. It's like I got a line. You can see that elbow, the lower elbow, and there's two elbows over there. One's got a line going to it. And the other elbow kind of looks like it should connect to that one that's laying down. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna work my way over there. Okay. You never know, I may actually find the problem. I'm in a tight spot here. All right. Can you see me? I got a pipe here. And I'm on my back. You know, the space is above the pipe. And I'm trying to get through laying under the pipe. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Look at these old nails. This is how you know a house is old. It's got those old flat nails. You see the old flat nail? The old flat nails, that means this house is pretty darn old. Alright, I'm gonna get busy here. See if I can get my arm through. There's a 2x4 there I can hold on to. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, okay. Part of the problem is my shirt's trying to stick to the ground and it doesn't want to move with me, so I gotta lift myself up a little bit. All right. Wow. Okay. Is that a gas line? Gas line. Still got old gas lines running through here to different places. Okay. See that line going straight across? Looks like it should go to the bottom of that corner thing there, kind of like the one on the right there does. But that's my problem right there. All right, let me see if I can get over there. All right. All right, let me change hands here. All right, I'm in a bad spot. I'm gonna pause. Well, if I pause this, my light goes out. I got my light on. Still gotta hold my camera anyway, so I might as well just keep it on. All right, so this is a little rough. So, see, I'm under the pipe there, and I've got to pull myself somehow. Oh, there's my 2x4. Oh, my gosh. Oh, okay. That's a little bit better. Maybe I can turn on. I think I may have, maybe, I don't know. I think that's the problem. At least part of the problem. Let me get up in there and see. Did you hear my stomach growling? My tummy growling. Oh gosh. I'm glad I decided to just come out and keep going. That's that's one of the secrets to succeeding in life, is when you want to stop and turn around and go back because it's uncomfortable. Don't. Just keep going. All right. Okay, I'm turned. Oh, all right. I'm on my belly now. Oh. Okay. So, some pipes go up to my left. And that is where the old bathtub is. All right. I'll tell you. There's no gas line there. That's where the old bathtub goes up. All right. And then right here, I mean, look at that. That has got to be my problem right there. Huh. But that's exactly what the problem is right there. All right. So, and through there, and up above there, is where the water heater is. Okay. All right, that makes sense. So I wasn't getting water pressure at all at the bathtub back there. And I was getting absolutely no water on the hot water side. So I'm not sure which one is the supply and which one's the, I don't know. It doesn't matter right now, I guess. I just need to get in here, get this done. All right, so apparently, let me get on my side here. Okay. Oh, gosh. Definitely a bunch of junk. So one of them's cold, one of them's hot. Wow. So that's an open gaping hole into the pipe. This is an open, and that corner piece is just totally gone. Look at that wiring, how it's chewed up. Little animals just sit down here. They just chew on everything. They drag stuff down under here, chew on it. They'll do the same thing to the wiring in your car. But this right here, that's my problem. So I had a piece coming off of that T connection. I wonder if that's correct. Still moist under there or something, but so I had a piece coming down here. Oop. So a piece from that coming down, and then an elbow coming to this. And apparently, apparently, it didn't hold over time. Water pressure just blew it right off. All right, I think I know where my problem is, or at least one of the problems. Oh, come on. Oh. Got a hole there. Got some wood rot, some wood deterioration problems. But I guess that's up above there's where that old water heater was. The water heater had leaks. Okay. I don't know where the heck that goes. It goes up in there somewhere. Oh well. Okay. So I found my problem. At least one of the problems that I know of. I'll get in here and get this fixed. But right now my challenge is to turn around and get out of here. I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's. I'm gonna go to Lowe's, get some parts, and see if I can come in here and make this work. I'm definitely going to end up over time digging out and making all this work a little bit better for me. But for now, oh, I got my phone all nasty. All right, but for now, I'm gonna get turned around. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, get a bite to eat, and I don't know. Come back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 3. Day 3 under the house. Found my problem. All right, I just crawled out from under the house. See if I can do this so you can get a good look. I am just covered. Front, back. I'm just covered in mud and got dirt. I'm wet, soggy. Whew. And I'm done. Yeah. I'm not done with the project. I'm just done for now. I've discovered a major break in the line under there that I got to fix. Once I've fixed that break in the line and I get the water back on, going, you know, then I can crawl back under there again and check for other leaks, because, you know, we've gone through a couple of harsh winters, and just because your piping's under there doesn't mean that it's not going to get cold and break or freeze up and bust or crack or whatever. So Yeah. Woo, excuse me. Oh. It's time for me to go home and take a shower. If the water was on here, I'd take a shower here. Darn it.